Well, I didn't really do anything.
Thomas Thier's videos are brought to you by my Patreons and viewers like you. Thank you. Arnold Mckinley. Now, most of you watching this video probably don't even know who Arnold Mckinley is. Well, Arnold is a firefighter from the CGI series of Fireman Sam, introduced in Heroes of the Storm, around the 10th season of the show, along with Ellie Phillips, who are the two new trainee firefighters in Pontypandy. Neither Arnold or Ellie were in the classic series of Fireman Sam, so most Fireman Sam fans probably don't even know who they are. So why even make a video about Arnold of all characters? I mean, I can't think of anything interesting to say about him at all, and
I'm looking forward to learning from the best. Fireman Sam!
I'm sorry, what? Does that random Fireman Sam character have the Thomas voice?
I can't wait to get behind the wheel of that.
What? Why? Why does he have the Thomas voice?
I'm a really useful engine.
When I first heard Arnold's Thomas voice, I was so caught off guard hearing that voice.
He's going to save the day.
I ended up watching like half of the CGI series of the show, and for some reason, Arnold hardly speaks in any of it. Now, Arnold's character is basically a giant tech nerd. He always geeks out over the new vehicles or new gadgets.
The high compression turbo diesel.
And can tell anyone about space.
Actually, Mrs. Chen, the official scientific name is Aurora Borealis.
That's right, he is basically a nerd emoji Thomas. Thomas and Fireman Sam's production history actually has a lot of weird parallels, more than you'd realize. Both Fireman Sam and Thomas started out as a kids' book series, before being adapted into the iconic classic TV show. Then both shows were bought out by Hit Entertainment, who produced their own model seasons of Thomas and Fireman Sam, and then there was the crappy CGI reboot of Thomas and Sam, with their first few seasons being pretty bad, but as the shows went on, they had a bit of a renaissance period, where the episodes started to get good again, only for the shows to go back down in quality in the last few seasons. Now, Arnold came into the picture right around here in Series 10, in the special Heroes of the Storm, just as the CGI series was starting to get good, similar to how the episodes started getting good in the Brenner era. Oh boy, I sure hope his first line doesn't sound exactly like Thomas.
Wow! A four-wheel drive
Oh no! His first line sounded exactly like Thomas!
A four-wheel drive longitudinal front-engine 6-cylinder high-compression turbo diesel.
Turbo diesel?
Turbo diesel.
Diesel?
Diesel.
Diesel?
Diesel.
He literally just says diesel the exact same way Thomas does.
Wow.
Even though wow sounds like the Thomas wow.
Wow, James, you look splendid.
Arnold even looks kind of like Thomas. He has the Thomas face, he's kind of got the Thomas eyebrows, he even has Thomas's nose. Arnold even wears a light blue shirt. Tell me this doesn't just look exactly like human Thomas. Arnold, my boy Arnold. So Arnold and Thomas share the same voice actor, John Hassler. Now, before working on Thomas, John Hassler voiced in another animated series called Toot the Tiny Tugboat, a show all about tugs, where John Hassler voiced the main character, Toot.
Heave-ho, let's go.
And it was because of this show, all about tugs, that John Hassler got his role in Thomas.
I have always wanted to come here. Hello?
However, John Hassler actually voiced Arnold before Thomas in the movie Heroes of the Storm.
We can't wait for that.
Arnold's voice technically came before Thomas's voice, but anyway. So in Heroes of the Storm, when the old fire station becomes run down, the crew have to use the new mobile command unit until the new fire station is built. Two new recruits from Newtown come. Ellie and Arnold join the fire service. But when a big storm comes to Pontypandy, Sam and Penny rescue the kids in the mountains in a King of the Railway style B-plot, while Arnold, Elvis and Ellie help the people in the town. Arnold's arc in the movie is that he learns to listen to others and to not to rush into things, which is pretty cool. The fact that he even gets an arc in the movie is great at all. A lot of changes happened in this movie for Fireman Sam now that I think about it. The old fire station being rebuilt, we get new fire vehicles, and we even get new characters too. I know most Fireman Sam fans don't like change at all, but honestly, I think a lot of these changes that were made to the series were good ones. I like the new modern look of the new fire station. I think it suits the time period quite well. I like the new characters, and the movie still has respect for the older series.
Couldn't have a new fire station without the old bell.
Such as showing the original fire station on the wall here, or even having the old model series photo on the wall.
Oh, the old picture?
Thanks, Paul and Laura. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Paul and Laura also write a whole bunch of CGI Fireman Sam. It's very funny. So the way they characterize Arnold in this movie is great. I love the way he looks up to Sam like a mentor.
Why, thank you, Arnold.
I think the fact that Arnold and Ellie are new recruits is interesting. Like, Arnold and Ellie are in their 20s or so, while Sam, Penny and Elvis are in their 30s or 40s, while Steele and Boyce are in like their mid-50s. I think the age gap and having Arnold more familiar with technology was a really clever idea.
It's only a built-in intelligent assistant high-speed processor that speaks natural language voice commands.
What?
He's honestly a bit of a know-it-all character and will jump into situations without thinking. I really like Arnold's dynamic with Ellie. The way she rolls her eyes at him whenever he's a nerd, or this scene here with Arnold sucking up to Sam, only for her to call him a teacher's pet.
Teacher's pet.
There is so much you can infer from their relationship. Like, they were clearly very close friends in school in Newtown together. I just want to know, what did they get up to in college? I mean, we always see them hanging out together here, like when they laugh at Elvis here, or when they're fixing the hoses together. I wonder, are Arnold and Ellie more than friends? Makes you wonder. But by far, my favorite dynamic with Arnold is without a doubt Elvis. Because Elvis is such an idiot. And Arnold is super smart, which naturally leads them to absolutely hilarious episodes with them, like the windsock episode. Or hell, even in Heroes of the Storm. Arnold is actually quite dismissive of Elvis in the movie. He rolls his eyes at Elvis whenever he does something wrong, and Elvis doesn't even understand Arnold half the time.
I don't understand a word he just said, Sam. I don't understand a single thing he said, Sam.
Then when Elvis is put in charge of the new recruits, Elvis tells Arnold that the firemen need to be hooked up to a safety line.
We'll need a line.
But Arnold, being a hothead, ignores Elvis.
I'm here to rescue people, Elvis, not wait around all day.
Only for Arnold to get swept away in the flood and needing to be rescued. Just listen to the way that Arnold screams here when he falls over.
Oh!
He's literally doing the Thomas scream. It's so funny.
Help! Help! Help!
Why, my boy Arnold? Why? Eventually, Elvis is attached to the safety line, and now Arnold is the one who has to be rescued. But of course, Arnold later says sorry to Elvis.
I was wrong. You really do know what you're doing.
I really love how they wrote Arnold and Elvis's relationship here. Because Arnold was still new to being a fireman, you can see why he might make a mistake like this. And I love that we actually get to see Elvis be competent for once. I love that Arnold learned to have respect for Elvis. It's honestly my favorite part of the movie.
Firefighter Cridlington was amazing, sir.
So eventually, Sam and Penny come down the mountains and save the day. And the new fire station is eventually saved. And Fireman Sam is gifted a new vehicle.
I'm giving her to you, Sam.
And hey, they let Arnold name it.
What about Hydrus? It's a group of stars, and it means water snake.
What I love about this little detail is that next season, they get another vehicle called Phoenix.
Phoenix will get you out.
Which I checked, and yep, that's true. Hydrus and Phoenix are clusters right next to each other on a star map. Arnold is such a nerd, I know for a fact that he must have named Phoenix too. Oh, Arnold.
Hydrus, Phoenix.
Heroes of the Storm really feels like the end of the old, terrible CGI Fireman Sam and the beginning of the new Renaissance period. It's not just a copy of classic Sam, now it's actually kind of its own thing entirely. And I think adding Arnold and Ellie really helped shake things up. And actually, Series 10 was when we started to get older characters back, like Bella Lasagna.
Bella Lasagna?
By the way, Arnold's reaction to Bella returning is priceless. He's like, wow.
Wow.
Literally the second that Arnold shows up in the movie,
Arnold Mckinley!
is when the good era starts, in my opinion. And hey, in the next episode, Runaway Horse from Series 10, is another Arnold episode too.
Why would a vet be on a roof?
So in Fireman Sam, they usually do two plots, one with the adults and one with the kids, and then the two plots come together. The B plot with the firemen is always way more interesting than the kid plots. And hey, in this episode, we get a B plot all about Arnold.
Oh, yes!
So in Runaway Horse, Arnold is tasked with animal rescue, and so he's like, Wooly, come over here.
Wooly, it's not very sensible to be up on a roof. You being a sheep and everything.
And then Lois Griffin, that is her name, right? I mean, that's what my comment said, tells Arnold to be careful. So Arnold tries to be careful,
Gotcha!
but immediately fails terribly. Whilst doing the Thomas scream again. I love this scene so much. Just the way Arnold does like 3 somersaults before falling to the ground is so funny. Even the way Sam reaches out going like, ugh. Why, my boy Arnold? Why? And then Arnold doesn't even get to do the rescue. It's Sam who does the rescue. And after Sam does the rescue for him, we get this line.
Well, I didn't really do anything.
It's so funny and so true, because Arnold really doesn't do anything in the series. Clearly, Paul and Laura wrote this line and were like, yeah, let's make this his character.
Well, I didn't really do anything.
Thanks, Paul and Laura. Later in the episode, when Norman gets in trouble in the other B-plot, Sam needs someone to go with him.
And I'll need someone else. Arnold.
Arnold's reaction is so priceless. He's like, wow, I get to go with Sam. He's so happy about going too. He actually helps out and does something.
Don't you worry about anything.
I love how he talks to the horse like as if the horse will understand. It's so funny.
With the Star Hill Ponies, you can never be lonely.
This was a really solid start for Arnold as a character.
Thanks for giving me another chance, Sam.
In fact, Arnold got to do quite a bit in Series 10, and I think his character really shines through a lot of his smaller appearances.
I'll get up your side, Sam.
Like him asking for his pizza to be a specific size.
Can I get a calzone? Roll twice with a crust no more than 45mm thick.
Or him explaining about the Aurora Borealis.
The official scientific name is Aurora Borealis.
Yes, thank you, Arnold.
Aurora Borealis. Yes.
He's such a nerd, but it is very in character for him. Elvis giving him a hug here. We get to see him dance.
I love to rock and I love to swing.
Oh my god, look at him go! Look at him dancing! Arnold when he hears the Thomas theme. Or look, him here just at the computer. Like, what's he doing at the computer? Is he buying Bachman trains? Just look at his goofy Thomas face just walking around the whole time. So what is Arnold's job exactly at the fire station? Does he just do the rescue announcements? You know, like, cause we see him do that so many times in the series. There's this one time where he takes the call, but then Steele does it for him.
There's a fire at the cut price store.
Why couldn't Arnold take the call? Like, I'd be fine with Arnold not going on rescues and stuff if they officially gave him this job at the fire station, but no, sometimes other people take the call. It's weird. So in the next special after Series 10, Alien Alert, the rescue center gets an update, and I just love how Arnold nerds out over the new technology.
It's got a fully integrated satellite navigation system. She has a comprehensive avionics suite, a multi-band homing system, and a high-capacity water vessel.
And then when they're all leaving, I love the detail of Arnold looking back at the helicopter going, oh man, I want you to look at the new helicopter. Aww. He also gets to show off the new rescue uniform and... Yo, look at my boy go, look at him dance. And then the way Lois Griffin goes, yeah, work it, Arnold.
Work it, Arnold!
Yeah, work it, Arnold. Oh my god. Yeah, he does all this dancing, but shame he doesn't get to speak. He barely does anything in the series. In Series 11, for example, he got 2 main lead roles, I guess. One of which was with Discord Mod building a robot dog.
It might just be a matter of adapting the biometric identification system.
It might just be a matter of throwing it into the recycling.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I do like how they bond over technology. I mean, Sam was an inventor. Would have been cool if they got to see that with him and Arnold, but no. But what's weird is Arnold doesn't even help put out the fire. Despite him being at the fire, he's like, we should call the rescue team.
Better call Fireman Sam.
Like, Arnold, you were a fireman. Why can't you put it out? And then Arnold got another role with Elvis putting up a windsock.
Right, Elvis, you unroll the windsock, and I'll read the instructions.
This is such a simple concept for a B-plot, but it's so damn funny seeing Arnold have to deal with Elvis. Because like I said, he's such an idiot. Like, there's so much potential with their friendship, but they don't ever really do anything with it. Like, the show just straight up started mistreating Arnold.
Whoa, no!
Like when Penny jump scares him out of nowhere.
Boo! Ah!
Finished your station checks, have you, Penny?
What the hell, Penny? Arnold was just trying to do his job. Just the way he falls over so effeminately. Oh, it's so funny. And the fact that Sam doesn't even flinch at all, it's great. And then later in the episode, he gets jump scared again as he takes the announcement.
Mandy and a horse are stuck at the bottom of a slope past the crossroads on the Pontypandy Hills.
But he doesn't even get to go on the rescue. Everybody else goes, even though Arnold is there. But they don't bring him. Why don't they bring him on the rescues? I mean, it's a rescue about a horse. I'm sure Arnold would know all about horses, but no. Apparently Arnold doesn't get to go on the rescue. Then in Series 12, he spoke for a grand total of 21 seconds. Like, he doesn't even get a lead role or anything. at least he does get to attend an emergency, and they do have him using technology.
Arnold, you launch Saturn and BRI in the sky.
But Arnold still doesn't do anything.
Well, I didn't really do anything.
Why, Arnie? Why? I also like this little detail of Arnold not even being in the photo. I'm guessing Mrs. Chen probably didn't want a photo with him.
Yes, thank you, Arnold.
In Series 13, he takes the announcement 5 times. Oh, cool. There's one episode where Arnold is seen suiting up the dog. Now, if there's a fire, do you A, take the fireman, or B, take the dog? Well, you know which one they picked? Yeah, they picked the dog. The dog is somehow more important than Arnold. Really? Dog? Dog. There's one episode where the fire crew are filming an ocean rescue video, and all the other fire crew are there, except for Arnold. But then when Arnold actually gets to take the call, he doesn't even get to do it. It's Steele who takes the call.
Sarah Jones is trapped in Nurse Flood's car.
Sarah Jones is trapped in Nurse Flood's car.
He gets to press the button, but he doesn't get to take the call, and he doesn't even get to go on the rescue. Why can't he go? In the next episode, Too Many Peas, Arnold makes the announcement, and all of the other firefighters go except for Arnold. But then for some reason, Arnold decides to take the kids to the fire in Trevor's bus.
Come on, cadets! We'll follow them in the minibus!
What? Why would you bring the kids to the fire, Arnold? But then when he actually goes to the fire with the kids, he doesn't even help out when he's there. He's just standing in the background, looking at all the other firefighters put out the fire. Arnold, you are a fireman. Stop looking and put out the fire. And then later, after the fire is out, he's seen chatting with all the kids. Like, what's he doing? Is he telling them his favorite Thomas episode? In his next appearance, Arnold again doesn't get to go on the rescue. Sam and Penny literally ignore him as they run past. And the reason Arnold doesn't go is because he wants to show the kids the rescue again.
Come on, kids! Come with me!
Why is there 2 episodes in a row with Arnold taking kids? Why? He's not Trevor, so instead of rescuing people, he just shows the kids around the rescue center.
From up here, you're going to have a great view.
The whole Ocean Rescue Center team just leaves without him. Yeah, work it, Arnold.
Work it, Arnold!
Why, my boy Arnold? Why? Arnold gets 1 B-plot in this whole season, and it actually starts out really funny. Arnold basically begs Ellie for a B-plot. And Ellie's like, alright, fine.
Oh, yes!
And the setup for this B-plot is really good, with Arnold, Elvis, and Steele going out on the hovercraft. Alright, okay, now this sounds like an interesting concept for an episode. The comedy with Elvis crashing as they leave.
Sorry, sir.
And Sam just ignoring them as they go.
Don't look back, Ellie. Just don't look back.
Like, this seems like a really good setup for an episode. But then the B-plot just stops, and it doesn't go anywhere. Like, I assumed that they were going to go out and use the hovercraft in the rescue. But no, Arnold doesn't even get to use the hovercraft in the episode. Instead, they send Sam and Ellie from the fire station to go meet them and take the hovercraft for the rescue.
I'm going to need Jupiter and the hovercraft.
Why? Why couldn't Arnold and Elvis have gone? But no, instead we gotta send Sam and Ellie. And that was all Arnold did in Series 13. Thanks, Paul and Laura. Then in Series 14, he spoke for 23 seconds, most of which were him doing the announcements. In fact, the same camera angles of Arnold are even reused each time. He also says, Roger that, Penny, or Roger that, Sam.
Roger that, Sam. Roger that, Penny. Roger that, Sam. Roger that, Penny.
And that's literally it. He doesn't get to do anything else. In fact, in Series 14, they even removed him from the intro. Literally every other firefighter is there in the intro except for Arnold. I love how in the original, he's telling something to Ellie and Ellie like points over to the camera and he's over here, whoa, oh, and then he looks at the camera. It's so funny. But here, they just removed him. Why did they remove him? He's a fireman. Then in Series 15, he speaks for a grand total of 25 seconds and he does 2 announcements, again from the same angle as before. And he gets excited about a toolbox.
This toolbox is fantastic!
And he's excited about a book of dinosaurs.
This book on dinosaurs I got Peter for his birthday is so good!
Of course Arnold loves dinosaurs. He's such a nerd. So what, did Arnold get Peter the Tale of the Brave Golden Book?
This book on dinosaurs I got Peter for his birthday is so good!
And so for the longest time, it seemed like Fireman Thomas wouldn't do much.
I can't really do anything.
However, for some reason, Series 16 surprisingly picked up the pace with Arnold. Remember the mobile command unit that was introduced in Heroes of the Storm? Well, in Series 16, that actually gets an update. And they let Arnold show it off, finally using him, which is great to see.
What about that one?
Elvis, no.
Also, because it's the Mobile Command Unit, they abbreviate it to MCU.
The Mobile Command Unit, otherwise known as the MCU.
And now we canonically have Thomas saying MCU. I love it.
The MCU.
I think it's great that they finally let Arnold be in control of the control room. This is something that he should have had from the early seasons.
Air backup is on its way.
We actually get to see him be in charge and help coordinate everyone.
Roger that, Arnold.
Roger that, Arnold.
And also in Series 16, he got a plot where he's not very good at dancing.
I'm not very good at dancing, sir.
And keeps falling over and doing the Thomas scream. But eventually he does come around and learn to dance.
And I think I'm finally getting the hang of it.
Yeah, work it, Arnold.
Work it, Arnold.
Ellie even comforts him, which is nice to see, since they brought back their little dynamic.
Sorry, Ellie, but I don't think I'm much of a boogier.
Even though we've already seen Arnold dance in Alien Alert, but whatever. Also in Series 16, we finally get to see Arnold lead a rescue. Not only taking the call, but he also gets to drive Jupiter, and he gets to do the rescue too.
I can't wait to get behind the wheel of that.
Finally! Arnold did something! But it was also coincidentally a horse in some mud with Norman needing to be rescued, and Arnold being the one to go rescue them. Now where have I seen this plot before? Paul and Laura. And Arnold even plays a role in the Big Ponty Pandy show, where he works in the MCU. I love the detail of everyone else eating food at the show, while Arnold brought his food into the control room to eat by himself. Arnold is such a mood. It's the equivalent of bringing food from the kitchen to eat in your room or something by himself. That's so on character for Arnold, I love it. So even though Arnold was kind of forgotten about for 3 seasons, at least they finally did start doing stuff with him in Series 16. And yeah, that was kind of it for Arnold in the series. He had a very good start and they kind of forgot about him in the middle, but 16 brought it right around, and I'm actually happy with his usage in the later seasons. I'm not lying when I say that I absolutely love Arnold. It's not just that he has the Thomas voice, although that is quite funny. I think that he is genuinely a really good character with so much potential. It's just a shame that a lot of that potential was wasted in the show, but I will say it makes his few appearances in the show all the more valuable. So, here's to you, Arnold Mckinley. Perhaps you really did do something after all.
I did?
Thank you all for watching, everyone, and Slán a bhaile.
Well, I didn't really do anything.